NZXT, first NZXT product on the channel, which is a H500, which I'm very glad to see, and I've heard most positive views on. So I want to see for myself and everything like that. So far I've got it out. This is a medium tower case, so for medium bills, not large or super anything. But first thing what I've noticed is very like, I don't know, it's like vectored. It's very straight. So this is from the H range of its family. But let's just talk about it. Let's just go through what it comes with. So you get an accessory box, and it's in this NZXT box here. And then you get this instruction manual. And this instruction manual is not like what you're normally used to, unless you deal with NZXT yourself. It's like that. And it's got loads of explosions of like how the case is taken apart and stuff like that. And also included is cable ties, I should say. Well, you've got 3, so they include 9 cable ties. That messes up my messes up my SOD, messes up my OCD. So you get 9 cables, which are cable ties, which I hate. Like to see some Velcro in there, please. But anyway, they also have these. This is really quite nice. Just like your bags are all numbered, because on the paperwork, on the instructions, it does state what's what. Ah, this is very good. I like this. So this also comes off with a tool for the standoff, which is obviously for your motherboard. So whatever motherboard you've got, mini ATX, micro ATX, and normal ATX motherboards, is what you would need if you're going to change around the standoffs to make sure it's on there perfectly without any shorting out the motherboard and all that sort of stuff. So it does say standoff on the bag there, and then this one says KB 5x10 screws, or 5x10, I should say, screws. Then we've got 6 screws in here, which are the hexagon ones for like your motherboard, for your power supply. And then we've got 32 screw flat. So these screws, I'm guessing, are for SSDs and SSDs, mechanical hard drives, that sort of stuff. And then M3 5 flat. This is for your motherboard's screws. So that's that. You get that as an accessory box. At the top, straight away, I am greeted with a 120 or 140 mil vector square with perforated holes at the top. So it starts off small, medium, and then gets larger. And yeah, it looks pretty good. It's got like a slot in situation. It looks very good in the design. I like it. On the top as well, I should talk about this. We've got 2 USB 3s up to 5 gigabits per second, headphone jack, microphone jack, and then obviously hard disk indicator, and a nice tactile bump feel for the power button. Also looks like an LED ring light comes at the front there. We're going to do this a little bit different. On the side panel, where you have your cable management, you've got this there, which it looks like is either there to take cool air in or to exhaust heat out. We'll have to find out. It's got this nice little lip on the side here, a very nice little design. I'm quite stoked with the design already. I think it's quite cool. 120 on the back here, which is included the NZXT fan. I like this little purple illumination thing. I wish it was like glue up in the dark. 7 expansion slots, your IO bracket that goes on the back here, and this is how you normally get to your screws. You take this bracket off here, so this should be toolless, but I'm going to probably need a screwdriver to get it out. Anyway, pull this back and then you can undo the screws and stuff, and then you tighten it all up so it looks nice. Obviously a full size power supply at the back there. You've got a nice filter as well, just for the power supply, chicken wire sort of feel, plastic, and then you just wash it and then wipe it over and it's done. And I didn't even put it back in properly. Come on, get in there. Closes back pretty nice, so that's pretty cool. On the front, we've got nothing on the front because it's just flat, but it's such a minimal design case. I really like it. This is my kind of like design. I just think it's really stylish and really clean. Until you get it out and you look at it properly, it looks really nice, not overdone. It's got an NZXT logo, not like embroidered or shouty or anything like that, just very minimal design against the actual black, or the grey actually, and the writing is black. It's like a dark charcoal black. And it's so cool, I like it. And then we've got like screws on the side here. Well, we've got 1 screw, and basically it's a captive screw, and what you do, you push it forward and it pops off, and the glass looks like might be about 5% tinted, if that. So it's got these little these bobble bits, and this case is basically mostly steel and also plastic, but it feels pretty light. It just feels really nice. The ergonomic design of it just looks nice. Anyway, so it's got like a little latch on there, and you just pull it off. So that's pretty simple. I like that. Then we got here to show off your SSDs. So it's got NZXT logo on here. Can't pull these off or anything like that. Oh, you do. You press the button. Press the button and it opens. That is. Who are they? Who are these people? Who do they think they are? This is pretty cool. So basically, it's got like a lip underneath these bits, followed by two Phillips screws on the side. Press this button, and then obviously it will clip into the holes, and the perforated edges are pretty thin. Then it locks in. So that means that you can place your SSDs anywhere you want. That's too genius. Hang on. That is coming real close together. What the hell? That is so good. Okay, right, so far I'm liking what NZXT is doing. Alright, got a cable bar here as well to hide all your cables and stuff like that, and make sure it's all nice and tidy. Then you also got, if you've got to get your motherboard out really quickly or put it in really quickly, you've got a standoff that's already there. Obviously they include all the standoffs already, but this one actually holds the motherboard in place right in the middle and give it a centralized feel, and it doesn't fall out. This case it can water cool and do custom water cooling and AIO water cooling as well. It's such a good looking case. So it says here as well, ATX, Micro ATX and ITX. Can all fit in here as well, no problem whatsoever. You got a 120mm fan as well by the NZXT, so put it on there, and then you got one at the top. And basically, I feel like it might be getting in the way a little bit. To be honest with you, if you've got the motherboard here, EPS connector would come out here. No, actually, it might be. I think it's actually okay. They put it in the right place. So even 140 would be all right. These fans are fairly thick as well. They're not like small thin fans, so that says it all. It's pretty decent like that. So we've got like thumb screws here, and this is where you can get your bracket off and then attach your water cooling to make it very accessible. So say that you're using a radiator, you need to do the fans outside, you can then route the cables through and stuff like that. It looks pretty awesome. I like that. That's innovation right there. Then obviously this is where I was talking about the radiator. Obviously it's for radiator for intake or to dissipate heat. I would say obviously to bring in cool air, but as this is blocked off, it's going to be a bit of a restriction, but it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. The way that they've made this case looks pretty cool. This is a nice look though with the NZXT minimal design. So it's got like a big like perforated bend in it or whatever. Not perforated bend, but a bend in the bar. It just looks nice. It doesn't look too over the top, but it just gives it that style. I think this is more definitely of a designer's computer case, definitely for the industry, definitely. Gaming, yeah, but it's like a very subtle gaming case. I don't know, man, it's just like these cases are crazy these days. Anyway, you've got rectangle cutouts at the bottom here, so you can easily move your SSDs and get it in the right place. It's awesome, they proper thought this out. Let's spin this case around now. I'll come around there now. Unscrew the captive screws on the back. It looks like they've just saved on a bit of metal on the edge, but they haven't, they're still reinforced. So a tiny bit of flex on the steel, no dampening, but it has got like a little filter on there. That is so cute. How the frick do you get the filter off though? Right, to get this little filter off, the NZXT case, you've got these little latches here, and you just press underneath and then lift forward. And you've got one on this side, press up, and get my finger jammed in there. Right, and that's how you get the filter out. That's how you tried to get the filter out, I should say. Oh, have I done it again? I've locked it. No, I haven't. There we go. You just pull down and then you got the filter out. Now this was incredibly not easy to get this out, but it's a nice little accessory on the side there. All you have to do is put it back up. So let's get back up in this slot here. And then clip it back in, and then it's locked in. That's it. So no foam dampening on the side there, just kept it very minimalistic. I don't even know if I'm speaking English right now, but it's getting there. So at the bottom here you can put in 2 mechanical hard drives or 2 SSDs. There's no rubber grommets on the bottom there, so don't know about shock absorption on there, but I do realise there's a little tiny filter here. Do these people think of everything? A little filter there for your radiator, and dust does accumulate down there. I've never seen that in the case before. That's pretty good. Obviously chicken wire, wipe it over, all done, no problem whatsoever. Stick it back in. This is a lot more easier to get in and out than the other thing. Might be too soon. No, that's cool. It's gonna get dust on there because obviously it's going to track dust. Anyway, let's talk about the front, because sometimes you've got RGB and you might need to get the reset switch clock things and stuff, or for the IO. So you've got front panel. Looks like they've just done it just like that through USB. And then obviously HD audio and a DC connector for your fans, and a USB 3 that's flat cable, so it can make it look very nice and attractive. And I did say that I want to see Velcro. Velcro is already included, nice flat cables in there as well, nice routing as well, nice little grooves for the routing. Man, they really did think of everything. Even Phillips screws as well. Don't know, maybe you could take these off as well and make it however you want. This is awesome. This is a proper nice case. Got the little NZXT logo embroidered backwards there. Fit a nice decent size ATX power supply, no problem whatsoever. Cable routing, there's gonna be no problem whatsoever. You can slide the hard drive tray to the left or the right. Gives you about 2 finger widths across, or you can take it out completely. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, I think this is a decent case. Oh my god! But there's no rubber anti-vibration feet in the power supply, which is a bit of a shame. Why is it not on there? What's on the bottom? We've got normal rubber feet as well at the bottom, quite thick and generous it looks like. Okay, let's talk about the case. So for my first review on the NZXT case, especially the H500, which is a newer family version of this case, I love the aesthetics. I think the aesthetics, it really is it's a demand that we need. We need something that does not look like, it doesn't look horrible. And when I mean horrible, like just looks, what's the word? Chavvy, not chavvy. Do you know when tacky, like Christmas decorations and that? It's got like it looks like this has been designed by like a proper UI UX designer. They've gone to work, they've crafted this with proper craftsmanship. Or womanship, whatever you want to call it, and they've gone to work. They've made it look very, very intelligently nice to me. I really like it. It's not boring. It can definitely go anywhere you want it to go. Also, you've got a nice big cut IO bracket and all these perforated holes. It's just like 1 minute they're very rectangle, then they're just really perfect with the circles. They're very what's the word I should be looking for? Very, not centralized, very uniformed. Very uniformed case. Looks so nice, and the little bits of hints of design and craftsmanship that they actually put in there, like the obviously in the corner for the radiator's going to accumulate dust and that. They put it down there so you can. It's like they've gone to work and they've already tested this case before it came to market to sell to the public. And they know where the dust is going to be, and they put it there. They've even got flat cables as well, which is nice to see. Is an addition for the USB 3 because it's always really thick and it always breaks your like USB motherboard. But yes, like a whole case is, to be honest with you, I would definitely give this a 9 and a 10. A 9 and a 10, so 9. Yeah, I'd have to give it a 9 or a 10, definitely for the aesthetics. Usability and functionality with stuff where all the stuff is, like the little filter at the is that a filter on the front? It's not a filter on the front, there's only a filter at the bottom. Okay, we need a filter. And we'll put a Hold on, they don't want you to put any. They don't want you to put a radiator in the front there. So how can you put? Oh yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah, we need a filter then. We need a filter. So we can put a 240 or a 280. It looks like on here. Yep, a 240 and a 280 radiator water cooling. Up top there, 140 or 120, 120 or 140 in the back. And I think that would be quite a cute looking computer, especially with the reservoir and the pump and everything. Anyway, let's go on to obviously the technical bits of like the measurements of the actual case. So let's get the specifications right out the window. We've got dimensions, so width is 210 millimeters, height is 460 millimeters, depth is 428 millimeters. All materials into this case is steel, tempered glass and plastic, total weight being at 6.6 kilograms. Motherboards support ATX, micro ATX, mini ITX. The clearance of CPU coolers will be 165mm, GPU is 381mm, cable management 19mm by 23mm, radiator front 60mm, rear 60mm, reservoir DC, DDC, pump up to 150mm, a long cable bar, pump up to 86mm along the bottom panel. Now I have to recommend this case. This is my first case review of NZXT. Yeah, it's blown my mind already for a medium sized case. To be honest with you, I've reviewed so many cases since 2012 and this one is ridiculously good. It feels very high quality, very well thought out, and it's very minimal design, which is what it is now these days. I'm in the design industry, so when I'm looking at this case, that's why I honestly think this is being designed by someone that has got UI, UX behind them, and especially great at CAD work. Like the whole thought about this whole case is ridiculously well thought of. Obviously the front panel's not thought of because there's no filter on the front and there's no like really intake of cool air, just on the side, left hand side, which is not enough really. But I don't know, it's at least they're doing things with water cooling, so technically the water cooling might keep it a bit cooler, but then technically you're going to have the pump going, more vibrations and stuff like that. But I won't know until I put a build into it, so I'm going to have to put a build into it and I'm going to pick up the bits that I want to make it look really nice, because this is a real aesthetically pleasing, beautiful case. And I highly recommend it, and I will leave a link in the description down below to go and purchase this case as soon as you've seen this video. Definitely worth it. If you like this video, subscribe, share, like and follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, I need some more followers on Twitter. I don't use Twitter, but I need to use Twitter. Twitter could be, and yeah, just if you're on Twitter, hit me up on Twitter, I'll follow you back. Anyway, thanks for watching. Roger and out.